the cake, time for me flex. Diamonds all on my neck, had to go and chase after these checks. I was out of space, time to relax. Gotta get the cake, time for me flex. Panoramic for the views, know they watch the way I move. I think I just hit a groove. Ducking shots, you better move. If I got the juice, see, I never lose. They call me hater for telling the truth. 12 chains with the ruler, see the diamond dripping, ooh yeah.
Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's T from TNA Sports Network. You already know what it is. As promised, the Jermell Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez film study. We're going to get into it. We're going to break this joint right down in a second. But a lot of the talk, right? A lot of the talk on Twitter, YouTube, and all these other socials that Jermell Charlo ain't got no shot. He gonna get his head knocked off. He get knocked out. Now, I could agree with some of that if he does the wrong things too many times. Boy, gonna sleep. But Jamel Charlo is a lot more skilled than people give him credit for. He 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 definitely has a lot more skills than people think, and we're gonna go through some of them in this film study tonight. Drop down in the comments if y'all saw the zone card tonight. I did not watch that joint. Just wasn't too much interested. I turned it on for a second and I ended up turning it off. But let's run that stats back real quick. Run Charlo stats back real quick. Can we do that? I don't know how to pause that. But same age as Canelo, 5'11", 6 foot with a 52-inch reach, give or take. You know how that go. All right. First, we're gonna get into the things Jamel Charlo does well. Now, he does have a good jab. Me personally, I think he need to use it more, but he got a good firm jab. I would like for him to double up on it more. In this fight, I would want him to do everything behind the jab. Definitely everything behind the jab. I want to see that jab up, down, changing levels. I want to see a lot of jab to keep that distance between him and Canelo. He got the reach advantage, and I want him to use it as much as possible, right? So let's get into this next scene right here. All right, so like I said, I want him using the jab. I want him fighting behind the jab, right? I want him to do that 1-2. Now, I never saw Jamel Charlo do a 1-3, right? But I would like to see it. I would like to see it. If he's not comfortable, of course, you don't want to fight doing too many things you're not too much comfortable with. But I would like to see a 1-3. Um, There's some things he cannot do. We're gonna get into the can'ts later, but there's some things he cannot do with that jab as well. But he gotta throw that firm, stiff jab. He gotta throw that stab to the body to maintain that distance. He gotta double up on that jab like he just did right there. And it's gonna be some things that we don't want him doing. I don't want to see, or it might be an early night for him. But as you can see, he got a nice jab, nice firm jab. He fight behind the jab, but it's some things we're gonna get in that. But if you look at that last exchange, it was 9 jabs thrown. I want him jabbing like that. That's what I want to see from him. All right, we're gonna get up into the next scene real quick, right? So a lot of people don't realize like Jamel Charlo has pretty good lateral movement. He moves his feet pretty well. He get out of trouble a lot using his feet. So let's get into the footwork and his lateral skills. All right, you see, just stepping back, just step back, get out of range, step out of range, step out of range. Mm-hmm. Use different lateral put pivots, jab steps to get out of there. So along with his good ladder movement, he punches well while moving too. and I want to see that a lot. I want to see him punching while moving, not just moving and getting up out of there, but stop, pivot, throw a hook off of it. You know, he does that well, as you can see in this scene right here. Move, move, punching, punching well while moving. Even here, returning the counter punch while moving. So we want to see that. We want to see that good body work also as well. Like I mentioned before, that stab to the body. I would like to see a lot of that. I definitely would like to see a lot of the stab to the body because it's gonna help him maintain that distance and keep him from getting walked down. But you see, I love this scene right here. He moves really well while punching and while counter punching as well. See these little subtle movements, little half step back, little full step back. So those are things that these are the things that he does well and that he needs to keep doing well, right? Let's get up into I think his head movement is okay. His head movement is all right. I think it could be better, but just what we working with. You don't want to make too many changes. Start going in there trying to look like boots, and that's not you. So I think he needs to move his head a little bit more though. He definitely need to move that head some more. But as you can see, he punches well while moving. All right. Now, the next, let's get into the don'ts, right? Because he got a lot of flaws in his game. I say mental flaws, maybe mental lapses he has. He need to stop the mental lapses. Like one of the things he does a lot is he drop his hands below his waist, and it's both hands, and he do it while moving too. And that could get you caught with one of them leaping left hooks that Canelo throw, one of them set up uh, looking like a body shot at first and then end up coming to the headshot. Who he punished Cole? I think it was Cole like Canelo punished for that. So with that moving with your hands down, that get you into some trouble because Canelo is a crafty boxer, right? And speaking of Canelo, most of these scenes are going to be on Jermell because he got to show that he has the skills to win this fight. Everybody money practically on Canelo, so everybody thought process is on Canelo. So this is why the video is mainly on Jermell and the things he might be able to do in order to get the dub. All right. Pardon me while I stare down at my notes, man. This video was supposed to come out a while ago. I had a lot going on, moving, getting the new installation on a cable and all that, man. This joint took weeks, so kind of forgot a lot of my talking points. But I got my notes. I found my notes, so we in the game, baby. We in the game. All right, so you need to stop definitely doing that hands down thing. He do it mainly when he move, but he need to stop doing that and stop having no mental lapses, right? All right, bring back his hands too slow while punching and too low. He got a habit of doing that. And a lazy jab, right? So sometimes he'll throw a jab and he'll just leave it out there a little too long. He won't snap it back, bring it back home where it need to be, or he'll bring it back and it be too low. So he kind of susceptible to when he throw that lazy jab or overhand right coming up to the top. Now, Castano, according with him, countless times between their first and their second fight, and we know Canelo got a nice overhand right. I mean, damn near all the punches Canelo got are nice, but um, he gotta not be lazy when he throw his punches, not have those mental lapses when he throw his punches. Right? He can't afford to do that against Canelo. And you'll see a couple things here like wild punches. He got a little wildness in him, a little bit of wildness in him. Also waiting too long. He can't wait too long. There was periods of time in this Castano fight where he was just pause and wait, and it was too long. You can't wait like that with Canelo because he'll set a trap for you and put you to sleep. You gotta. I want him to be first, anticipate a counter, be third, and then get the hell out of there. Right? He can't be getting into too many firefights with Canelo, or he's gonna get put to sleep. Like That's gonna be a fact. He's not gonna be able to walk Canelo down. He's not gonna be able to. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's not gonna stop Canelo. If he do that, man, we done seen the impossible. Canelo ain't never been stopped. I don't think I ever seen the man hurt. Floyd beat the crap out of him, but I don't think he was hurt the whole fight. So if he get lazy with the jab, if he get lazy with bringing his punches back, it could be an early night for Jermell, man. So he got to stay on top of that. I think that right uppercut Jermell though could be a key punch in this joint, especially while moving. If he moving, Canelo like to slip to the left, slip to the right. If he catch him slipping to the left and throw that right uppercut, that could be a good punch. But again, I don't think he's gonna hurt Canelo badly, and I definitely don't think he's stopping Canelo, right? But Mel got some stop in him, and he got some finish in him. Don't get me wrong. He been stopping dudes. He been putting dudes out. Put Rosario out with a stab to the body. So Mel got some power in his hands. We got to see how that power carry up. That's the main factor. One of the main factors is going to determine this fight. Can Mel power carry up? Joel Fox, what's going on, bro? Can Mel power carry up? That's going to be a big thing. If it can't carry up, then it's going to be an issue. Can he take Canelo power? That's another thing. If he can't, it's going to be a big issue. It's going to be an early night for my boy. So let's get in the next point. I think the next don't do for Jermell Charlo. Limit being on the ropes, man. Can't play them ropes. Can't play them ropes. He is a good boxer, right? But he cannot be playing them ropes against Canelo. Canelo will cut that ring off, put your boy to sleep. So he got to get off them ropes, bounce off them, use him to push off of him, because I don't know if he's strong enough to really push Canelo when Canelo get him cornered. So he might have to use a little bounce up off the ropes to get some energy already flowing when he pushed Canelo back to get him up off those ropes. But stay up off of him, man. That it ain't nowhere for you to go when you get trapped on them ropes and you get trapped in the corner. So you gotta stay off them ropes, or he getting walked down and getting put to sleep. All right. Like I said, be first and be third. Be first, anticipate a counter, and be third. Don't stand in there trying to be fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. You gonna be first. First put to sleep. Believe it. Believe it. So like I said, I want them throw, slip, throw, and move. Get up out of there. Use them feet. Um, Body punching. We went over body punching, right? We went over body punching. Let me show this slip counter or Canelo got. See, this was gonna happen to him if we throw that lazy jab. This was a while ago. This against Cotto. That's what's gonna happen if Jermell throw that lazy jab that don't come back home quick enough. Canelo gonna put that chin. He gonna put that chin down. But we're gonna see can he take Canelo power. We're gonna see if Canelo still possess the power. I believe so, because power is the last thing to go normally. So that punching power still be around. And like I said, I don't see him hurting Canelo. So these the ways he gonna be able to win, man. These are the ways he gonna be able to win if he gonna go about this and he gonna do this thing. But I was watching some of the all access, man. I'm like, man, you on family time, man. He's saying some things I don't like, man. I need this boy locked in on animal beast time. I need him on beast mode. I don't know, man, but I don't like reading into too much of that stuff. Like I don't like reading into too much of the Williams stuff and all that. I think that's where a lot of people got thrown off with the Earl John. I ain't really paying attention too much. I'm paying attention to the film. The film showed me pretty much what I'm going to see each night. I'm anticipating a performance, or I'm trying to predict a performance. So it only makes real sense for me to watch performances. So that's that on that. But yeah, them stabs to the body, like I said, I don't think they really gonna affect Canelo. Maybe slowly suck some gas out of him, because lately Canelo been having some gas tank issues. but he ain't stopping him with no body shot, not at all. But I want him to use that joint to create that distance, keep that distance. Like, you see that pause right there? He can't do that. That pause he was just doing, hold on. Oh, wait, I got to put you on that scene again. Hold on. So he had a mean pause with Castano, and he did it a couple times. Like, here, yeah, you can't do that. That's night. Don't do that. Don't do that. But all in all, Charlo got a good shot. He got a solid shot. Like I told you, the two most determining factors are, um, can he take the power? Can he get respect with his power? If the answer is no to both of those, it's gonna be an early night. If the answer is yes to both of those, we're gonna see what it do. We definitely gonna see what it do. I say if it go 12, he got a solid shot. I give him 60% shot chance. But at the same time, if you ever seen some of these Canelo scorecards, man, them guys be crazy. They be out of pocket. But if it go 12, he got a hell of a shot, man. Of course, if it's over at 9, it's gonna be him that is over for it. I cannot see him stopping Canelo. And if he do, that man number one pound for pound in the world. No more talking crazy about Charlo. You can't even talk crazy about Big Charlo since from what little Charlo did. He go ahead and knock Canelo out and go 2-time undisputed. Nah. But yeah, that's pretty much film study on that. Pretty much the film study. We go through everything one more time for real, for real. These the don'ts. None of that lazy jab. None of that losing focus. Pretty much none of that stuff. What I need to see is a good jab, a consistent jab, most of the night. I need to see that most of the night. I need to see up down level changes with it. I need to see stab to the body. I want to see double up on the jab. I want to see 1-2 off the jab. I want to see 1-2-3 off the jab. You feel what I'm saying? I want to see all that. You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to move. No firefights. Don't be going in there respecting Canelo too much either. Put your hands on him. You gotta go in there, bully him around. Put your hands on him. But so one of the last things I wanted to show is Jermell Charlo and Bival's stats is about the same. They got pretty similar stats, right? As far as reach, as far as height, of course not weight, right? We don't know about like other things like punch resistance and durability and stuff like that till we get up in there. But as far as physical stature, right? Night of fight, of course, Charlo ain't gonna be 170, 180, but he gonna have that physical height advantage, which height don't fight, but he gonna have the reach, and it's similar to Bivol. So I bring up this to say Charlo don't fight like Bivol, not at all, but he could use some of those elements to possibly beat him. Like I said, that's why I kept repeating the jab. Stay behind the jab, stay consistent. Um, But I don't know if he will be able to take all those punches on the arms, all those punches to the ribs, all those punches to the side of the head and on the chin when he caught him. Because it's a fight. You gonna get caught. You for sure gonna get caught. So this point was brought up because they got similar stats. And oh dang, what I unplugged my ring light. Let me get that back on. I brought that point up because they had similar stats. Hold on, let me 1 second. 1 second. And John clock out on me. Alright, I don't want that color up. Alright, we back. So I brought up that point to say he could do the Bivol in his own style though. He gotta stick to his game plan, not dig away from the game plan, use that jab a lot. And if that punch resistance is up there, man, it's on and cracking. It's definitely on and cracking. But anybody see the zone card tonight? Did y'all watch any of that? Did y'all watch any of the top rank card or the showbox card last night? I ended up watching some of the what's that? The top rank. I watch a good amount of that. Emilio Vargas fought. Who else? Xander Zayas fought. It was a couple good Jermaine Ortiz. It was a couple good joints on that card. They had a nice card. I ain't end up clicking over to the Showtime card and knocked out before, you feel what I'm saying, before that joint was over anyway. So I missed those. So if y'all saw them joints, you mean tap in, say what's goody. I should have dropped the joint. If anybody want to come up, y'all just drop it in the comments. I'll drop the little link. Yeah, I'll drop the link, let y'all come up in this joint. But the zone card tonight, I tapped in for a couple minutes. They cards they be alright. You can miss a few if you want to, but just one of them more boring weeks in boxing. So I figured this was a good joint to get this in. But let's go over a couple things some more, man. Since we on here and we live, what I want to see the most, jab work, man. Everything behind that jab. I need that firm jab, that keep your distance jab, that stab to the body jab. Yeah, I need all that. That's what I need to see. I need to see aggression from him though, yo. I ain't gonna say no respect, because of course you're gonna have respect for Canelo, man. But I need you to go in there and try to hurt him. Not try to knock him out, but when you throw, try to hurt him. You know? Don't show too much respect, like, oh, this Canelo, man, wow, or be too scared or be too friendly. I need you to go in there and try to put your hands on that man. If you trying to win anyway, right? If that's your goal. If your goal is just to get your bag, let Canelo go on, rumble with Benavidez, then you may do that. But if your ultimate goal is to win this and really make history, you gotta get up in there and get aggressive, man. So jab your damn head off, bro. I need to see all that footwork. Like I said, people don't really give my man credit for the footwork. Like, look at it. Look at it. Look at these step backs. Look at it. Look. And he could punch off it too. Mm. Throw combos. Good check out, hook off it. Now that's what I want to see. You move, check. Check again. Throw right uppercut. But you gotta bring them hands back. You see what I'm saying? Them hands be a little low. Let me see if I got my little joint to draw on the screen. I don't got it right now. Let me try to add it real quick. I want to show you all something real quick. Give it 1 second. All right. Oh yeah. All right. I got to click the draw. In 1 second, y'all. I gotta figure out how to work that shit later. We ain't gonna get hung up on that joint right there. But my boy, he gotta keep his feet moving. Sometimes he move his feet though, and his head movement just ain't good, or it ain't. It could be better. Like you see in that little thing he just did, he was moving his hand. I mean, he was moving his feet well, but his head still was just stationary. I want to see you move it to the left, just move it to the right, just do different things, man. He moving, but his head just, he hold his joint to the left, so his head just. When you look at his shoulders, it don't move. It don't move. He is moving around that ring good though, but I want to see a little of this, a little of that. Move your shoulders, upper body movement. I want to see more of that. Back to the don'ts. And that wild puncher stuff. He was doing that a little bit against Rosario. You get caught with looking crazy off a wild punch, Canelo gonna capitalize. Now in this exchange right here, I think he stayed a little too long. He should have got out of there right there, but he didn't, and he stayed too long. Got clipped right there. He got clipped right there. You do that against Canelo early night. Now against Rosario, he said he had a little issue in the second fight, man. He wanted to knock him out, so that was personal. He can't make this thing personal with Canelo, man. He absolutely cannot. You see, again, bring your hands back slow. Can't afford to do that. Lazy jab. Look. Again, boom. You see that? If you do that against Canelo, it's going to be a big issue. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. He'll leave that joint out there to get grabbed. Look. Let's go back to that slip real quick. I showed y'all what Canelo get into. Hey. Don't make all that noise. Sit your butt down somewhere. Close this door real quick. All right, your boy is back. All right. Joel Fox, here you go, kid. Back to the show, baby. What was I about to show y'all? Oh yeah, I already showed y'all that Canelo slip. That same punch. Look, if it drop on the shoulder like this, it's an issue. That shit an issue. You catch that joint and it just, oh damn. Don't get that joint time, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. He got a good shot. Also got a good shot and getting his head knocked off. No doubt. No doubt at all. Got a good shot getting his head knocked off. No doubt. I should have set up these other joints so I could do. I got some prospect joints I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna do one on Emiliano Vargas. That's Fernando Vargas' son. I'm gonna do another one on Abdullah Mason. Who else I got coming? I got some heat coming. Some young prospects for y'all to pay attention to. Put y'all eyes on. I'm gonna do Frank Martin. Um, you know what? I don't. When they too young, I don't like doing what they. I don't like breaking them down and saying what they do wrong. Let them grow and let them develop and stuff like that. Like I feel like, um, yeah, certain fighters, unless it's like glaring issues, like I did that with. I used to do it on Twitter with Ryan because he had glaring like faults that I was like, man, when you get up in that next level, man, is gonna get him in trouble. Like that punching with his chin up in the air type thing. I used to always say that was a big issue, man. And he don't bring his hand back. And I had a whole tweet about Earl and all the things he needed to get together. What I tweeted that like 2019. Um, but once you have a certain level, then I look at you real critically. Like when you young, like Abdullah Mason and all them, I don't really look at them too critically because I don't expect them to be complete fighters yet. Like young and 19. Uh, I mean Frank Martin is older, but bro, he not. I don't want to go here because I don't want to argue with nobody, but he not on Shakur level. He not there yet. He just ain't there yet. And I think that's probably why we saw a pull out. Like I can't say because I ain't Frank Team, right? I ain't Frank Team, so I can't say exactly why, but that seemed to be the reason why we got to pull out on that negotiation scene. You feel what I'm saying? Thing about Frankie, man, and I do a film study on Frankie, but like I said, I don't want to put that out there on the YouTube streets. Ain't nobody really like making a video about Frank Fault, so I don't want to be boy who make video on Frank Faults. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's different. Like, but Frankie don't move his head, man. Frankie do not move his head enough. Let's put it on just me. Frankie don't move his head, man. I'ma just say that. Know what? No, I'm gonna rephrase that. Frankie does move his head, but just up, down, back, and forward. That's it. No lateral movement with his head. That's his issue. He don't move his head left. He don't get it off the line. Frank go up. He go down. He go back. He go forward. But he never go left. He never go right. He never get his head off the line unless he in a position where he threw a punch and it forced his head to get off his line. Like when he a southpaw, so when he throw his left, it throws his head off the line. But he wasn't thinking about doing it. Even when he throws, he just not like I've seen him throw combos, 3, 4, 5 punch combos, and still never conscious to get your head off the line, slip your head to the left, throw the combo, keep, but you got to move your head because punches should be anticipated on coming back. You feel what I'm saying? You can't just still face just like keep your head on the line. Like even though you teeing off on him, like you gotta expect he gonna throw something back. You gotta expect that. So that's Frankie big deal. And I think on that elite level, the big deals are defensively because everybody know how to fight, especially offense. Everybody know how to put these combos together and punch and get a dude out there that they should get out. But on that next level, that's all defensive shit. That shit that you do wrong type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people don't realize. Like they selling you on a fighter, particularly on his offensive game. They need him to do well on his offensive game, so they could sell it to you. Those selling points are better, and they acquire customers or whatnot, probably better than just some defensive highlights. So they won't sell you on defensive highlights that much. But as a fighter climb up and rank and climb up and fight in competition, your defense gotta be on point. Because everybody could punch. You gonna get hit. You will get slept if your defense not on point. So that's a big deal, man. Defense gotta be on point. It gotta be solid, and those are some things that I see, and I be like, I fired. He not quite ready for a certain level. We already know Shakur defense is. I mean, won't nobody fight him, so you could always say he ain't had that high level of competition. But I mean, dude went to the Olympics. Dude got champions under his belt too, so you could say that, but that's still in question. That's you feel what I'm saying. That's not a solid say so. It's not as solid as saying shit. Tank ain't fight nobody, which is true. And I love Take to death, but he ain't. Man, the resume ain't. Nah, but that's my boy though. I want him to fight somebody so he could show these skills like up against a up against an opponent who matters. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's at the end of the day, it's the eye test. We can see things, but you got to do it against an opponent that matter, and then we'll be like, all right, it's solidified. You feel what I'm saying? But he passed all the eye tests, man. Everybody know Tank like that, but you got to do it too. Can't just keep knowing you like that. You gotta show us you like that. But yeah, I was checking out this all access, man. Man, Mel was just saying some stuff, man. I ain't like it, bro. I ain't like it. I'ma say I ain't. I just it's me personally too. This personal stuff. So I mean, a nigga do what the fuck he want, he grown ass man. But I want him to be in lock in mode. I want to be in beast mode, bro. This is the biggest fight of your life, man. I might have, you got to isolate from your family, man. You got to do what you got to do, bro. You gotta be hungry when you go in there. You gotta be pissed off, like you mad you see your folks, like, and it's his fault type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You mad you sleeping in these motels or these tellies or whatever, and it's this nigga fault. You feel what I'm saying? I need that type anger and aggression and that lion heart. You feel what I'm saying? I need that. I need that Mel to come. I need that pissed off Mel right now. I mean, it's still early. He ain't starving. Well, he probably ain't gonna starve this camp. He gonna go in this camp nice and fat. So I was about to say it ain't coming down to fight week when the nigga all hungry and he ready to rip somebody's head off because this 68. I don't think he gonna really have much of a cut. I don't think he is. He's fighting at 54. He probably walk around near 68, 70. He might not have much of a cut by the time the fight day come. He might just be in shape for it easily. To be honest, just by doing all that work. But we're gonna see, man. I need that aggression out of him though. But yeah, let's see what else happened. So shit. Let me see. Was it Navarrete? And who else got sanctioned? Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, so we supposed to be getting a rematch, but they say I don't like talking about hearsay, but Bud Man tweeted it. So hold on, let's get into that. So Bud Man, I forget the affiliation he had at Bud, but I think he fought on that card too, right? He had tweeted out that they offering Spence the rematch. Well, Spence invoked the rematch clause, and they offering him to fight at 147 again, right? Um, Hoping he don't take it, right? And they could just move on, right? And I get the thinking, I get the logic, right? Because I don't really want to see a rematch either. I don't think there's no reason to really have a rematch, right? But I think that I think that shit kind of like opened up the doorway for like excuses and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Excuses and shit to be made on the part of I wouldn't say Earl Spence personally. I would say like his fan base and maybe his camp too. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think Earl would come out and make no excuse regardless of how the shit come out. But I think his fan base that'll give him an excuse and give people an excuse to discredit Terrence Crawford as well. So I say if you're gonna do the rematch, go ahead and do it at 54, do it at catch weight at 50, 52 or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Not back at 47 because that was their main excuse that he's weight drained, blah blah blah, this that and the other, right? So real people know like that joint was gonna happen regardless. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see if I can. Give me 1 second, see if I can pull this joint up. That was a stylistic type of deal, you feel what I'm saying? And that was more the issue than anything. Like stylistically, that was the deal. It wasn't that Earl was weight drain or neurological damage or you know what I'm saying? All that craziness. It was stylistically is a bad matchup and like Earl he does some things wrong, right? He definitely does some things wrong in which Bud, the level of fighter he is, he was gonna be able to capitalize on that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Point blank period, and you could see it a long time ago. And I'm shit, it's gonna allow me to do it. Where they are, bet. Hold on, real quick. All right, let me see what I gotta do to add this tweet to the screen real quick. All right, bet. What? I just copied it. Oh, fuck it. That joint up right link. Hold on. All right, let's go from here. All right. Let's see if y'all can see that tweet real well. Hopefully y'all can see it well. Right? So this was October 1st, 2019, before the car accident. Yeah, mind you, this was like a week before the car accident, right? This was after shit, what's his name with the beard? Sean Porter, after the Porter fight, right? These is my thoughts of Earl Spence after the Sean Porter fight. Damn, I like Spence, but he can't beat Crawford, and he might even lose to Manny. If Manny was 3 to 5 years younger, he definitely loses to Manny. On offense, he the truth, but defensively, he's limited as fuck. And if he move up and fight J Rock, I think that's a dub too, right? And then I made it a thread. I went further on, right? Because this was at the time when J Rock had beat up Jared Hurd, and this was right before J Rock had fought what's his name Rosario, and Rosario beat him and took the belt. So and I was thinking, I mean, I'm from Philly, bro, so I'm gonna be biased with any Philly fighter, point blank period. But at that time, I felt like J Rock was on his he was at his peak, right? So here go the second tweet, right? It's the second of the tweets. His stance too wide, his feet too flat. Well, his feet flat, no bounce, meaning no bounce in his stance. He gets stuck and he can't spin off the ropes. No head movement, can't punch off angles. He off balance a lot. So when y'all dudes were saying, "Oh, his balance bad," "Oh, he neurological damage," all this, bro, I've been noticing his balance has been off since 2019, since before he ever even got into the accident, right? And it's due to his wide ass stance and him overshooting. He overshoot and he reach. When you get yourself into that position, it takes nothing, literally nothing, to knock you off balance. And somebody got to nudge you. Shoot, you could just not have your feet planted right and fall off balance. So that's his main issue. Um, I go on further to say he don't have the one punch KO power at 147 to compensate for all those holes, right? So if you're gonna compensate for all those holes, you gotta have some KO power to make up for it. And I didn't think he had it in one hand. He got that cumulative power. He beat the crap out you, and it's hard to take, but not with one punch, right? Um, and I said, of course, he was losing to Kell Brook before he broke his eye. I mean, I feel like that was just evident with just watching the fight. And Kell Brook just couldn't continue. That's why leading up to the Bud fight, what was making me wary was they just kept saying, "I'm gonna break him, I'm gonna break him, I'm gonna break him," and I'm like, man, stop KO by stoppage and a game plan, like. What y'all thinking, bro? I understand, yeah, you've been breaking people, been breaking shit, but bro, KO by stoppage ain't a game plan, yeah, at all. So what's y'all game plan? And they never produced one, and I think that was the biggest issues why it looked so bad. I feel like it was going to end that way regardless, but I feel like it looked extra bad because they had no preparation for this exact fighter, right? And I felt like, yeah, you got away with not prepping for the exact fighter your whole career, but no, not this dude. You're gonna have to prep for him and him only for a good amount of time. And he showed you the same respect and prep for you and you only during a period of time he did, and he even prepped outside of that time. Like they said he had been prepping on and off in between other fights and stuff. So last tweet I was saying, all in all, Spence got to stay in the gym, in and out of camp on some Mayweather shit, just referencing Mayweather, and he might need to add a defensive trainer, right? Which I think he still needs to do. If he gonna win all these fights, and if he gonna win all these fights, and stop drinking, yo. So listen to this part. Boxing a whole lifestyle thing. I think he be getting high too. Eyes be mad glossy. Could be the liquor. So when y'all was saying his eyes is glossy and they red and all that, again, I got the tweet from October 1st, 2019. It's showing you that I've been noticed his eyes was glossy. I already knew he was drinking because he used to blow up real big, real fast. And I'm like, man, he's drinking. That boy would just be drinking. And then you could see when he was out, he used to be talking, and his speech would be slurred a little bit. You know, when a nigga drunk, he buzzed up, man. Especially when he in public eye, he speak a lot in public. Um, he was getting twisted. He was living a crazy lifestyle. Everybody know Earl was for a boxer anyway. But yeah, the glossy eye thing, off balance thing, man, that's Earl. That's always been Earl. The fight Earl fought that night was Earl. Um, dang, did the tweets never come up? Oh, dang, none of the tweets never came up. So I'm gonna run the tweets back real quick, so y'all can see them. But I read them though at least. But that's the fight that Earl fought is the fighter who he is. Literally, that's that's the way Earl been fighting for years. And I think why he's so good is why I think Earl's so good is because he fights that way with all those holes in his game and still beat the crap out of everybody. He still was outwilling everybody. And I'm like, yo, that's a true testament to his willpower that and his durability against those opponents that he was better in that way. And he was beating dudes like that, not outskilling dudes. He was not outskilling nobody. And I was noticing that, and I'm like, yo, this dude really a dog, like a straight dog. Like that's how he lasted so long in the Bud fight, cause he a dog. He a straight dog. He refused to quit. Refused to quit. So um, I don't want to see the rematch. It's going to be a rematch more than likely. More than likely. So yeah, man, I'll buy it. We'll watch it. Come back in here, talk about it again. Same deal. I don't think the results gonna change, to be honest. But yeah, man, that's the Canelo Charlo film study that I promised this Saturday. Long day, but I still got in here and hollered at y'all, bro. Um, I think we got Richardson Hitchens fight coming up. I want to say maybe next weekend. That joint might be coming up. It's a couple joints coming up. Let me see if I can find a schedule real quick. Give it a rundown. Yeah, it's September 22nd. That joint on the zone, so I tap into that joint. Of course, on the 30th we got Canelo, Charlo. Uh, yeah, I think that Du Bois Rogers. That's another Du Bois. That's not the heavyweight that just fought. There's a couple like smaller cards, but the next big joint on the 30th, Showtime pay per view. You already know, September 30th, man. Tap in. Tap, 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 tap in. Yeah, ain't no reason to really talk about the rest of the schedule until next month. It's gonna be a whole new month, whole new schedule. But yeah, Richardson Hitchens, aka Hitchens, we got him on the 22nd. Then we got Canelo on the 30th, baby. It's T from TNA Sport Network, man. That's the film study on Charlo, Canelo. Tell me what y'all think about that, man. Drop that in the comments, man. Who y'all got? Why y'all got him? I like to know why. I don't like you to just be repeating stuff and just you mean, oh, I got Canelo. Well, explain why, man. What you think gonna happen, baby? But yeah, man. T from TNA Sport Network. We got here. I'm gonna go ahead and play the outro.
Diamonds all on my neck, had to go and chase after these chicks. I was out of space, time to relax. Gotta get the cake, time for me flex. Panoramic for the views, know they watch the way I move. I think I just hit a groove. Ducking shots, you better move. If I got the juicy, I never lose. They call me hater for telling the truth. 12 chains with the ruler, see the diamond dripping, ooh yeah.